point blank. Do you play as Ellie?
No.
I know.
In this moment, a lot of this project and the story has been constructed around this moment, which is where the roles flip, where now it's Ellie that has to protect Joel and essentially bring him back to life.
Bye-bye, Bunny.
It's a pretty cool reveal, too. To pan out.
And
There's Ellie as the hunter.
what we wanted here is also is like, you don't know exactly what happened to Joel, what's the state, how much time has passed.
Poor buddy.
But the way that she's doing that, you can see that she's been doing this for a while.
You'll just startle it. Where'd you go? There he is. Easy, easy. Got you! Hold it steady. Gotcha! Crap, he's fast. How are you still alive? What is this place? Oh, great. Everything's cool. This place is not creepy at all. Awesome.
Remember how tired your arms got holding that bow stretched? for
That
ta-
boat, it was so heavy. And I remember that I was shaking and I was like, hey guys, this is really heavy.
There's David. Nolan North.
Nolan North, ladies and gentlemen.
Ruben Langdon is James.
Ruben Langdon,
What do you want?
ladies and gentlemen. Sorry.
Here's my friend James. From a large
Remember, like, I showed Nolan a part of the game early on, and he's like, oh, you gotta get me a part somewhere in there. I'm like, okay, I got something for you.
I got a role for you. But I will say this, because I mean, I was on set just for a brief part of this, but that's when I mean, I've always been a fan of Nolan's work, but that's when I was truly awed by him at how he crafted this character. He took what you had and just really brought it to life.
I told him the most important part is don't play a bad guy.
Yeah.
This guy's charismatic. We have to believe that people will follow this guy.
And that Ellie could trust him.
Yeah.
Buddy boy can go get it. He comes back with what I need. The deer is all yours. Anyone else shows up,
You put one right between my eyes.
that's right.
It just shows what versatility Nolan really has.
Yeah, that voice, I mean,
It's so comforting.
it is very comforting, but it's interesting now that I'm hearing it, knowing what we went through.
Take that rifle.
I get, it's a little unsettling now, hearing it. 'Cause I'm like, ugh.
Back up.
It's a weird gameplay thing, but we went through a version where like, okay, she can only carry one long gun at a time, so we have to put the bow on the ground. They're like, no, it's going to be 2 guns. Okay, well, let's put the bow back on her backpack. No, it's she can carry. And we removed the scope. They used to have a scope on it. We're like, oh, we don't want Ellie to have the scope.
Bring him with us.
I remember being so relieved in this scene when we switched the gun out and I got to put the bow down. I was like, ah.
I love how David complies too. How he just kind of like submits to a little girl.
Well, the thing is like, he knows the stories. He knows what happened in the university, and he's trying to figure this kid out. This whole sequence, he's sizing her up.
How early or how late on in the script did you write David?
I mean, it was written not that long before we shot it.
Because remember you
It
like
started out
mentioned,
from
like,
a pretty
cannibal
small,
king.
yeah, it was referred as the Cannibal King. We just knew that Ellie was going to run into the worst of mankind and she would persevere and come out on the other side. But then once like Nolan came in and started like putting David together, it was like it became a lot more interesting to make him this really charismatic guy that is just infatuated with Ellie.
You had
Now
another
when
gun?
things get real, you see who kind of glimpses of who he really is.
Because there is that moment in that other scene where
Have your pistol.
he makes it seem like, okay, you're in control, but she never was.
Yeah.
You've had some practice.
No matter what, we have to keep them out. Let's hope they don't find him. Cover the windows.
Okay.
Make every shot count now.
Done this before.
You're in here. Way to go, kid. You weren't kidding. You're a better shot with that thing than I am. Give me a hand with this.
Oh, come on.
Momentum carried through the windows. More infected on this side. This is a big pack. They must have followed you.
Maybe they followed you in your friend.
Doesn't matter. We're stuck in this together. Infected. Nice going, kid. Screw it. We're getting out of this room. All right, kid. This way. Come on. I'll block their path. Cover the stairs. Follow me through here.
Okay. Do you know where you're going?
Never set foot in this place.
Oh, great. Lucky break.
It's clear. This way.
Right behind you.
How are you holding up?
You don't need to worry about me.
All right. Stay close. Hey, kid, you all right?
I'm fine.
More clickers. Get out of there! You all right?
There you are.
Come on. Door's this way. That was so close. We need to get up there. There. That ladder could work.
Here. Come here. Boost me up.
Okay, ready? Mm-hmm. Here. You be quick, and you keep a lookout for those things.
I know. Yeah, it's okay.
right, look out. Come on. Through here. We need to find a way out of here.
Yeah, no shit.
You gotta watch your language.
Okay, old man. Jeez. Looks like someone already fought those things and lost.
Oh, Lord. I've been looking for these boys. Doesn't matter. You grab their gear. I'm gonna look for an exit. Keep your eyes open for anything we can use.
See anything?
It's a dead end. How on earth did they use this building?
So what do we do?
We hold our ground.
Is there any other choice?
We die.
Right.
Get ready.
You hear that? They're on the roof.
I know. We're doing fine, kid.
It doesn't feel like it.
Just stay focused. We'll make it. Here come more.
How many of these things are there?
I have no idea. Just keep at it. That doesn't sound good.
It's a bloater!
What?
One of those big fucking guys!
Kid!
Big guy's dead!
Hey, kid.
Yeah,
You know, I think we did it.
like we killed all of them?
Oh, don't sound so disappointed.
More like disbelief.
I'll check the bridge. Listen,
No infected.
no infected. What'd I tell you? All right, let's head on back. Check on that buck of ours. Well, you handled yourself pretty nice back there.
What's cool about David and the conversation I had with Nolan about him is that he's trying to win Ellie over by being honest with her. And here's the part where he's like, I feel like she's ready. I'm gonna kind of reveal myself.
No such thing as luck.
And I think like I could still get her to come around.
Now, you see, I believe that everything happens for a reason.
Sure.
The other interesting thing, thematically, that's everything happens for a reason is the same thing that Marlene really believes. That everything happens like it's something she repeats to Joel at the end. But you're kind of seeing how all these characters are just how much they're willing to go for what they believe in.
When you talked about like being surprised by your own writing, was that a moment like that, or was that something that you had intentionally done to where those characters were going to?
No,
Marry each
I think it's just something you think about, and there's a theme that just kind of sticks around in the project, and then characters end up talking about that stuff because you're thinking about it all the time.
Traveling with a little girl. You see, everything happens for a reason.
Again, another one of those moments where you think Ellie's got control.
Don't get upset. It's not your fault.
Yeah, and then James there.
You're just a kid.
I love that.
James, lower the gun.
No way, David. I'm not gonna let her go.
It was such a small role, but I really like what Ruben added there. And that the dynamics between James and David, how there's conflict between these two characters, but there's still respect, and he's still listening to David, even though he's questioning his leadership right there.
That's not your concern.
Part of me, the way I read that was every time James looked at David, it was like, who the fuck are you right now? What are you doing?
Yeah.
Like, he was putting on a show and he saw it.
Oh, thanks.
To me, it's interesting how David almost treats Ellie like quarry. Like, you know, you're a sport.
Yeah.
Again, Ellie having this kind of bullshit detector, you see her scared here because I think she realizes there's something really wrong with these guys. I don't know what. I just need to get away.
So interesting from watching this, though, I would completely believe David. I'd follow the guy. It's crazy.
It's because you're a cannibal. This little moment, this breath before going to see what's downstairs. And again, for players, it would have been like a while now since they've seen Joel.
Joel?
Once again, Joel's asleep.
I only managed to get a little bit of food.
I love how these roles have switched, too. Where now it's, you know,
Did get this.
the protected taking care of the protector.
Move your arm.
It used to be open, and then we're like, oh, we should probably stitch that
It
up.
was also on the other side. We had to come back and reshoot it, too. Oh, continuity.
Actually, this one I remember we shot this one again because this is going Naughty Dog method. Everybody can like say the 2 cents. Amy Puckett, one of our coordinators, said, "Where's Ellie's backpack?" And we shot it without thinking about Ellie's backpack. And it was like, "Oh, we should bring it back in and use it as a pillow."
right.
It's like such a cool little touch.
You're gonna make it.
Yeah, those shivering things was pretty cool.
The towel thing, right? He was able to
Let's
do
see,
that.
you did that.
Well, yeah,
I mean,
but it's
he
still-
obviously he animated it, but
Great moment of them falling asleep next to each other too. Again, her watching over him. To me, you really get a sense of the oppressiveness of the world with all the introduction with all of these different kinds of enemies. It's like you feel like you're fighting this multi-front battle. It's not just these are the bad guys, and it's so clear.
I'll come back for you.
yeah, and just how much Ellie's now willing to put herself on the line to just get them away from Joel.
Easy.
Are we even sure she's here?
Yeah, more horse tracks down the fucking street. She's here.
Hey, I got her! Get your ass over here!
What are you waiting for? Shoot her!
But David said...
Fuck David! Shoot her now!
There, grab her!
Don't let her through!
These guys really want me dead.
Gotcha!
Get your ass off the damn horse!
What the hell do they want from us?
Shit, she's running!
Over here!
Getting away! Shoot the horse! Shoot the fucking horse!
Oh man. No. Shit.
Where is she? Fire for the cabin!
You really killing her? David said he wants her alive.
He doesn't get to make that call. James told me it's the girl from the university. How many of our guys were killed there?
I was so stupid.
Screw David then.
I should have said something different to you.
I just want to finish up and go. Freezing my ass off.
Where is this girl?
I'm gonna look out here. Go check over there.
Where the hell are you?
Over here!
I've got her. Move up!
Got it.
Watch my back.
Over here!
Son of a bitch!
All clear over here. You? Same here. I got nothing over this way.
Nah, me either.
Anything? No, man, I got nothing. There's nothing over this way. Yeah, same. Anything? No, man, I got nothing.
Where'd they go?
All clear over here. You? Yeah, same here.
nature track. Okay, that should get me out of here. Here we go. Okay, don't fall in the water. Don't fall in. Oh, shit. Okay. Here we go. Jeez. That's the way back. Hang in there, Joel.
Cover the grounds! Make sure she's not hiding somewhere over here! Holy shit!
Right here!
out of here. I don't want to get trapped in here. Where's the way out?
It's on this side of the lodge! Watch my back!
Don't! Hey, she's over here! Where do you think you're going, huh?
There's the exit.
Relax! Keeping you alive here. There you go. There you go.
Wakey, wakey.
It's interesting how much audio has made all of this way creepier. We were watching it without audio.
It's like the Foley of what he's cutting up and back and stuff there. Ugh.
Time to eat.
And that's the first time you actually see what it is, that you've heard them refer to it.
No, this is the first time you just see it, and it's again, I really wanted to downplay the whole cannibalism thing. It's just something they have to do.
Super.
He comes to bring her a tray of food.
This was so cool to watch when you guys were doing the scene. It's just like this battle of the wills where he's just trying to like get in her head, and she will not let him. She won't give in.
Yeah, this was one of my favorite scenes to shoot because
Some human helping on the side?
there's just so much there. I mean, the cannibalism and then him being all like rapey and molesty. Like, I don't know. I'm a fan of the dark stuff, which you know. So when I read it, I was like, yes. Which makes me sound like an awful person, which I am. So
I don't know what that says about me that I wrote this.
I know. I remember that night that I went home, I was just in a funky mood.
We have to take care of our own, by any means necessary.
It was like it was a cooler thing to read about it than actually having to go in there. It was really hard to do.
Yeah.
You're gonna chop me up into tiny pieces.
But see, again, I see David being this very gracious person.
I mean, everything he's saying is kind of true. It's like, you kill to survive, we kill to survive. It's just what you do in this world. But again, Ellie just is feeling there's something else here.
I still don't look at David as a bad guy at this point.
Well, that's awesome too. Is like you were talking to me before we got this whole David thing, and it's like, you want to work with Nolan North? I want to do a scene with Nolan North. I want to do this. And I was like, and I'm like, oh, we cast Nolan North. Like, great. I'm like, but you don't act with him at all.
Jeez.
Yeah, I feel super lucky I got to work with him because
He's the king.
he's so fun to work with.
I mean, he really owned it. He threw himself into it, like
Yeah.
darkness and all. And again, talking to him about it, he's like, I don't see him as dark. Just this is just what he wants. That's it.
I think David believes his own line of bullshit. Or whether it's bullshit or not, I think David believes that he actually is doing the right thing.
I mean, that's the other thing we discussed with Nolan is like there's a religious part to David, even though I never wanted that to come out in the script. But he really kind of believes that he's been sent here and he has this destiny that nothing can really harm him.
What am I supposed to tell the others now?
And you really took that on the chin that day, too.
Man, this whole sequence with David, I was so beat up and bruised. by
Actually,
the
I
end of
remember
the
you
week.
came back the following day with bruises.
I was like, guys, look at me. I had bruises
We're like, oh,
everywhere.
that looks bad, but
We're making the
gonna
game
do some more
now.
this today.
Yeah.
I love that you made it the little girl that broke your fucking finger.
Yeah. That was a good call, Neil.
Well, he calls her stupid little girl, so she throws it back in his face. I also like that she gives him her name under her conditions, which is, I'm going to give it to you, but I'm going to insult you. Right.
I also like the fact that Ellie is still so strong that even though she's in that cage, she's still,
kind of in control.
yeah.
But it's a much stronger, that's a different strength than you'd shown anywhere else in the game before. It's like that winter was a really, really hard winter for you.
Where the hell are you? Ellie! Where'd she run off to?
Watch my back.
Keep him busy.
Don't let him get you! Where is she? One way or another, you gotta tell me! Keep running, asshole! Keep running! Gotcha, asshole! Finish him off! Hold him still! Oh, shit! Handcuff me. Let me go. I'll fuck you up.
Here's another funny scene.
Well, and you're wrong. I did get to actually act with Nolan in this. Nolan was a trooper and let me torture him.
Although we did record over his lines with Liam O'Brien.
That's right, the lovely Lob.
The lovely Liam O'Brien. This actually is my favorite scene in the game.
Is it really?
And it, after I saw you guys shoot it, and then when I saw the animation and everything, I was like, I just love this scene.
What is it about it you love so much?
I love that Joel is just quietly violent.
Mm.
And that you
That's-
pop off the guy's
This is his
kneecap.
job, right? This is what he's good at.
Yeah.
He's
Well,
just
like,
and it's also for me, when we talked about this, it's like Joel going back to this, like, all right, you want this guy? I'll be this guy. We've spent almost the entire game for him to stay away from being that guy, but in this, and it's like, I still
it's
know
like
how
we're
to
going
fuck you
back to
up.
the moment in the beginning we saw him with Robert and Tess.
Yeah.
This is what he does. This is what he's done in this world.
yeah, it's a no-brainer. He's good at it.
Chokes him out, breaks his neck right there. All for the benefit of that guy.
And it's like, if there's any like notion that someone has hurt Ellie, then I'm gonna make every single one of you guys pay.
That's all right. I believe him.
No, wait!
And actually, this is the scene where I think he got beat up the most.
Yeah.
Where you
It
did?
was- Yo, yeah.
Yeah.
I had bruises over my whole entire body. It was ridiculous.
Yeah, this wasn't stunts, this was you.
Yeah.
I warned you.
The thing that I love about this scene is how much Ellie's using her brains and her physicality, like everything to like get out of this situation.
Right there. Roll up my sleeve. Look at it!
I'll play along.
What'd you say?
Ruben helped so much during this part because choreographing sort of all of the little movements were so particular. And I think everybody sort of knew at this point that I kept hurting people. So Ruben was like, you have to give her the foam knife because she will hit me.